Yeah. Getting right. Speaker's at the bottom of the phone.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not, is it? Yeah. It's going to be a good episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lowbrow Nation.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lowbrow Nation, the only podcast on the internet. I am your co-host, Jacob Porter. Joining me as always, it's been 2 weeks, bro. Come on.
It has been.
Joining me as always is Jamie Massengill.
Oh, hello. Clarice.
Big John.
What's up?
Jonathan Clarice.
And Jamie, introduce our special guest for me.
Our special guest this week and maybe next week, depends on how long we want to talk, is Mr. Ethan Smith.
I knew his first name was Ethan, but I forgot his last name.
It's Smith.
Okay.
It's the most common last name in the United States.
Okay.
We're going to talk about quite a few different things this week. We were off last week because Carson couldn't shut the fuck up. So we used it to our advantage and took last week off.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you, Carson. Thank you very much. Man, we got so much stuff. We don't have much housekeeping to do. Just check out. We don't have a website anymore. check out our Facebook.
Yeah.
And Instagram and
Why pay for a website when you have a Facebook for free?
yeah, I'm good with that. That's what. Wait, I pay for a website.
What website do you pay for?
You do?
Mine, JamieTattoo.com.
Really?
You
Yeah.
actually still pay for that?
Yeah, it was a year. I
Who
paid
do you
for
go
a year
through?
in advance.
Who do you
Wix.com.
go through Wix?
Ding.
Damn. I didn't know you had a website.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Neither did the
Yeah.
rest of the world.
Do you
Yeah,
can you
fuck
can
it.
you can track your hits on Wix, right?
Yeah.
How many
can.
do you get?
I forgot that I can track my hits on Wix until you just said it. So I don't know. Actually, I couldn't tell you. Like 4, and that's just me looking at it.
Preview page.
Yeah. Yeah.
It still looks good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I hadn't changed in fucking 4 months. But yeah, anyway. So let's get back on topic, you
All
sons
right.
of bitches. Right before we started recording, we actually talked about Carson from Goldsboro Brew Works, 207 North John Street, Goldsboro downtown. Ding.
No Joe Doto.
Ooh.
No Joe Doto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
North John.
North Johnston.
No. What is it?
North John downtown.
Downtown.
North John. Well, we were talking about a beer you were talking about. Tell us about the beer you're talking about.
The beer we were talking about is actually brewed in my hometown because I come from the mountains of North Carolina.
Appalachia?
Ooh. Them's is fighting words. Appalachia. And
Is Appalachia like
Appalachia?
Appalachia. So fun little side note before we get into that beer. There's a whole thing essentially from western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, all of West Virginia and Kentucky, and southern Virginia that the natives there have always and still do pronounce it Appalachia.
okay?
But every outsider that comes in pronounces it Appalachia.
Because they're idiots.
And it's the quickest way to know whether or not they're actually from that area or have any familiarity with it. And I forget the specifics, but especially in West Virginia, saying Appalachia instead of the proper Appalachia is actually deemed pretty offensive to a lot of people from that area.
That's why I did it. I knew that.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, but that beer. I'm from Morganton, North Carolina. Do you like
Let's
that segue?
get back to beer.
Yes. It's Catawba Brewing Company, and they started in my hometown longer ago than I thought. I think they actually started up in the 90s, but they moved to downtown Morganton in the late 2000s, if I'm remembering correctly there. And it's really interesting because they've seen a lot of good success being in Morganton. I think they started in Glen Alpine, which is like a little subset of Morganton. And they were the first brewery to come downtown, and then Morganton did essentially what Goldsboro has done now, and did a big undertaking to revamp their downtown. I think they spent something on the order of $25 million.
That's a lot.
Actually,
and that's a lot of gentrification.
Wait. Here's the fun part. Not actually gentrification, because the definition of gentrification is when you go into a marginalized or lackluster area that already has people living in it, and then proceed through development to push them out to raise it above what they can afford.
Yeah.
But with Goldsboro and Morganton both, nobody is actually being displaced, to my knowledge. It has been displaced in Morganton or is being displaced in Goldsboro in the downtown core, where they can no longer afford to live down there. There are people who are living on the outskirts of downtown in both areas that I do not think currently are being affected too much, but again, could be wrong. But
Catawba started with a Christmas present in 1994.
Okay.
And then 1999, that's when they started the brewery.
They started with a Christmas present?
Yeah, someone got them a home brew kit for Christmas in 1994.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
awesome.
neat how they came from that to being
Yeah, I mean it's a
the
massive
brewery of the Carolinas.
It's
I'll be honest.
It's right beside the courthouse in downtown, and
It's a good place to be.
Yeah, and it was one of the first things down in downtown Morganton, and now we have Catawba Brewing, and then we also have Brown Mountain Bottle Works, a block up from them, and a block further still is Fonta Flora Brewing Company, and so there's been a little brewing scene pop up in downtown Morganton. And Fonta Flora has seen so much success that they do limited releases of like 200 to 400 bottles of a certain beer.
They saw too much Cinderella when they were a kid. Whoever did that.
Right. But they are so successful that they have people flying in from Texas and California and Washington State and staying overnight just to line up for a chance to get their beer.
I believe
And-
that. Washington State's a big like beer area. What were
Oh,
you
yeah.
whispering to me, John?
That was the guy. That was the shirt the guy had on in Florida that I saw was a Fonta Flora.
Yes, yeah. It's
Oh.
but
I got
Morganton
you.
when I was growing up there, I mean, really had nothing. I played a whole lot of sports growing up, and so
Everybody just got drunk.
well, no, I mean there was really nothing going for Morganton, but they did that big downtown revamp project, and now the economy of Morganton is booming.
That's
awesome.
So
Isn't there a big prison in Morganton too?
yes, yeah, it's high rise,
Yeah.
right on the outskirts of town, and
It's a high-rise
there's-
prison?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that the scary one that's in the mountain?
Yes,
Yeah, they don't have. From what I understand, they don't have like fences. They just cut it out of the mountain.
Well, no, false, fake news.
Oh, is that fake news?
But no, they we have a little spot that we go in Morganton on Berkmont Mountain, and when you get up there to the little clearing on the side of the mountain, you can look down and see the high rise, and it's essentially the only thing for a couple miles around, and it's flooded with spotlights and barbed wire fences, and it's
Whoa.
really high security. And
Good for them.
yeah, that's not a place where you ever want to be. But
I never wanna be in
roundabout
prison.
that was a lot getting to the fact that Catawba Brewing Company makes something called peanut butter jelly time,
Peanut butter jelly time.
which is supposed to taste like peanut butter and jelly. But the first time I had it, shout out to Carson Clark, Brewworks, they had it on draft. And before I got a taste of it for the first time,
They fucked your head.
they told me it was going to taste like garden peas, and then I
Yep.
could never taste anything else.
That's true.
Does it taste like garden peas?
Out of the draft, it
Out of the
does.
draft, yes.
Really?
But in cans, it
It's-
tastes just like peanut butter and jelly.
God, it's so good.
Did we talk about that last? We didn't talk about that last.
No, we didn't talk about that
So
specific beer anymore.
yeah, we've talked about the Fruity Pebbles one before, though, right?
Fruity Pebbles, Leinenkugel summer wheat. Is it summer wheat, John?
Summer Shandy, something like
no,
that.
it's not shandy. It's a
It's
wheat.
not a
Is
shandy.
it summer shandy? Summer wheat?
I don't remember.
I don't know. That beer after fucking 3 Bud Lights or 3 PBRs tastes just like Fruity Pebbles.
I remember the
Exactly.
first time I tried it, and I was like, "This is fucking great." Yeah, because it tasted like the first time I ever tried it. It tasted like Fruity Pebbles in a bottle.
Yeah, but then now we've been introduced to
better beer.
way better beer.
Yeah.
There's one
It
they
still
make
tastes
it
like Fruity Pebbles though.
Front Street Brewing Company down in
Out of
Wilmington.
Wilmington, yeah.
And they have one called Gummy Bear Salad, and it just tastes like alcoholic gummy bears.
Gummy bear salad.
Yep, that's what the name is, and it's absolutely incredible.
Gummy
That's
bear
oh,
salad.
God, I want to put that inside me.
That sounds amazing.
Let's get on that. If you're listening, Front Street, send us beer.
Fonta Flora send us beer.
Fucking just send us beer.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're good with that.
it never works. My cousin's own like 2 breweries, and they don't ever send me any beer.
Your
I have
cousin?
a yeah.
Owns 2 breweries.
What?
They're part owners in Neuse River Brewing Company and Barrel Culture out in Durham.
Apparently, Bear Culture's like got their shit straight. From what I understand,
From what Carson tells me, yeah.
Carson is all up on their junk.
Yeah.
I luckily enough, I have a really good friend of mine that has access to craft beer. So
I wonder who that
I
is.
wonder who's that. Yeah.
it's Carson Clark at 207 North John Street, Goldsboro at Goldsboro Brew Works.
Hashtag Nojo Doto.
Yeah. Hashtag be your favorite brewery.
No, Joe, but they're in Wayne County.
Welcome to Goldsboro Brew Works, where the brew works
It's
for
not
you.
Johnston. It's North John Street. 207 North John Street.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Jesus.
Sorry.
We're talking about all this awesome beer and we're
Gobo Doto.
Go
Go Bodo too. We're talking about all this great beer and like me, Jamie, and Jacob
Yeah,
are sitting here
Jacob's drinking
drinking.
Bug Select. And
55.
we're drinking.
Yeah, that's
Miller
the beer I
Lite.
was shitting on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Chugging it. Love
As
it.
soon as you said that, I was like, "Weren't you just like?"
Oh, yeah, I was dogging it hard.
I'm
I
a mixed drink in, though. I had some Henry McKenna and some.
had
Diet
all
Dr.
of the Henry
Pepper.
McKinley.
It's that low carb life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keto.
Which, on the keto note, I tried that, and mad respect because I could not hang with that.
Did you get sick?
No, I didn't even get the sickness. It was just I could not stop being hungry, no matter how much cheese and protein that I ate, and I couldn't hack it.
It's not the cheese and protein. It's the fat. It's the
Well, yeah,
healthy
cheese,
fats
'cause
that
fat.
you got to get.
Yeah.
Well, even more so than that, like you need
Avocados and
Yeah,
all
all
that
that
good
A
stuff.
bag of almonds.
It takes a little bit. It takes a little bit to get
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think I only did it for about 2 weeks, and I could not hang with that.
It's yeah. It's
You definitely get hungry at first. I don't get so hungry anymore. I've been getting hungrier lately, but I think that's because it's wintertime and like my like primal instincts are kicking in and like wanting to like store. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I literally
Yeah.
just ate like no shit, probably a pound and a half of cauliflower. So
You did.
I have a friend that's done it twice now, and she's had incredibly good success with it every time she's done with it.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like starting keto is a lot like quitting cigarettes.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for me. Anyway, I'd much rather do. I've tried to quit cigarettes multiple times and couldn't do it. And the first time I tried keto, went through with it. So cigarettes seem way harder to me.
Yeah, well, you've been kicking ass with the keto though. You're inspiration to a lot of people.
That's how I suppress my appetite, though. I like replace like the bread I would eat with cigarettes.
healthy.
Yeah, it's not about being healthy; it's about looking good.
Erica found a pretty awesome little recipe the other night. It was like cup bread.
Cup bread.
Yeah.
Cup bread.
Yeah, it's cup bread.
Sounds like a yeast infection.
It's like it's like 3 tablespoons of almond flour and like a egg and something else, and like you just make it in the
Bake it?
microwave. It takes like 40 seconds, and
All right.
Have you ever made cloud bread?
Cloud bread?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I haven't
It's,
made any kind of
it's
bread,
like-
so we're gonna say no.
Egg white based, and apparently it's really, really good.
Really?
yeah,
Yeah,
I want to taste cloud bread and cup bread.
One of my favorite keto recipes I ever tried was guacamole stuffed bacon wrapped chicken breast.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
you get a really thick chicken breast, and you cut it in half, and then cut holes into the center, stuff it full of guacamole, wrap it in bacon, and you fry it in a hot pan with some olive oil, like 2 or 3 minutes each side to like make the bacon take shape, and then I think you just throw it in the oven at like 350 or 400 for
To make
a
sure you
while,
don't die from
Right.
raw chicken.
and it's absolutely incredible.
That's awesome. It sounds great. I have never been like
God,
super
that
like.
sounds fucking good.
I've never been super on like the keto recipe train though. I don't. I just
You stick to bunless burgers,
bunless
Well-
burgers, beanies, and weenie, or not beanies,
chicken
weenies,
chicken wings,
wiener
salad.
sausage.
chicken wings and salad.
Yeah,
That's what I eat. So like, at work normally around noon after I get there, me and Derek we hop over to Lowe's Foods. I make a salad. My salad's not really a salad. It's I get a little container, bed of eggs immediately. Go skip the greens. Forget about all that bullshit. Eggs, chicken, turkey,
Yeah,
3 different kinds of cheeses: feta, Parmesan, and shredded provolone, shredded cheddar, and then dressing. That's it.
do you put any lettuce in it?
Nah, son. This is filler.
It's a meat salad.
Yeah, it's a protein bowl, dude. It's really not that fatty though. I mean, the cheese has fat in it, but like eggs, chicken, turkey, none of that has really any fat.
Chicken has eggs got like cholesterol
That's fine. But okay,
because
so
it's about looking good, not being healthy.
and then around 5 o'clock, I'll order some chicken wings from Ray's Pizza.
Raise
Yeah,
Ray, shout out Ray.
or flip side,
I get them. I don't.
Raise delivers.
Ray's delivers. Yeah, so that's why I do it. I get them extra crispy. That's cooked for 10 minutes. You got to make sure you get them cooked for 10 minutes.
Yeah, because they undercook the shit out of their stuff sometimes.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like
When I say undercooked, not like not done, but it's just like gummy.
yeah, I hate chicken wings that are fucking
Rubbery.
like slimy.
Yeah.
I don't like slimy chicken wings. I don't like loose skin. I like everything to be like crisp and crunchy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've never actually
Yeah.
had their chicken wings, but I've heard they're good.
It's like, have you ever bought like
You've only heard they're good from the podcast.
No.
no, Ray's is
Other
good,
people.
man. Yeah.
I'm
Everything
being an asshole.
I've ever had from there was amazing.
But okay,
like,
so
Their pizza's good.
you ever had like bone-in traditional wings, like microwave, like excuse me, the Tyson ones?
yeah,
Yeah. They're
Have you ever
super,
tried microwaving them?
they're super
Yeah,
fatty.
they're-
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like slime on a bone.
That's gross.
It's disgusting. I tried. I
I'm
did
gonna,
that.
like slime on one.
I tried
bone.
baking them one time. I tried baking the microwavable. Jesus. I tried baking them one time, still slimy, so I had to throw them in the frying pan, and I just fried them for like 15 minutes until they weren't slimy anymore.
yeah.
It was disgusting. It's gross.
Yeah, Tyson. I mean, they need to step their shit up.
Yeah. I say Ray's is good though. You got to order extra crispy. Like I said, Ray's is the best spot to get delivery wings.
The best pizza in like Johnson County.
It's the only
Is it the
place
best
they-
pizza? I've never had their pizza. 'Cause
pizza's really good.
I've only ever started eating there since I've been keto. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
Have you ever tried it's a cast iron bacon cheeseburger pizza?
No.
Oh,
That sounds amazing.
Yes. So
Is
you
it keto friendly?
It is. You get a cast iron pan, line the entire thing with bacon to where it's the shape of the pan,
Yeah.
and then you make some ground beef with whatever seasoning that you want, and put that as a coat on the bottom, and then just tons of cheese with peppers of your choice on top,
man.
and then you just throw it in the oven for a while, and it all cooks, and it's just bacon pizza.
You know what? I bet.
Do you Reddit?
Sometimes, mostly for music.
Right. So they have a subreddit on there called Gift Recipes Keto.
Uh-huh.
Go there
Okay.
and get all kinds of ideas.
Rad. Yeah. I normally just get on Reddit to like look up new black metal bands, but yeah,
Porn.
that's cool. I don't look at porn on Reddit. Is there? I'm sure there are subreddits for porn, right?
I'm
Yeah.
assuming. I don't know. I've never been on Reddit.
Like specific kind of porn, like
It's like cook
like
porn.
titty
That's a
milk
lot.
porn or something.
It's like
that.
cook porn and
That-
shit like
yeah.
that.
that's. I've been on Reddit one time, and it was to learn how to build something.
It'd probably, if you go to like cuck porn subreddit, it'll probably just like redirect you to the Donald.
Oh, that's funny.
Or like 4chan subreddit or something.
Yeah.
I didn't know about Backpage until Friday. When
Oh, how'd you find that
when
out?
I was at the courthouse.
Ah.
I was bonding someone out, and this person started talking about, yeah, you can find a whole lot of people. Like, that's how they find people if they're
Is
like,
that where
not
fucking?
missing.
Is that where Bloodstain?
No.
Was she on
Oh,
Backpage?
God, it's fucking gross.
You
I'll
told
tell-
me about that on the way here.
I'll tell everybody about that in a
Ethan,
second.
Tell Ethan about it.
I'll tell them about it in a second. But they were
terrified.
talking about like when people, I guess, get missing, and they've actually found people running from to pay their bondsmen and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and running from failure to appear and stuff like that. They'll check Backpage. They'll just run their numbers. And I never really knew. I knew Backpage was a thing. I didn't know what it was for.
Is Backpage only for like prostitution?
No, you can buy. It's
It's like a
Craigslist.
Craigslist, yeah.
Yeah, but apparently they got some. Oh my god, this one.
It's
chick-
got a really bad human and sex trafficking problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this fucking the sex trafficking part. Well, it's not trafficking. It was just like, hey, for a good time, and like they got pictures and stuff. This chick just had her asshole out, and I'm like, whoa, dude, like,
Dang.
what the fuck did I just stumble into?
I've never been on Backpage, but I know about it.
You'll check it out now.
Nah, probably not. I don't want to.
I checked it out. Now, honestly, I probably won't go back.
Yeah.
No.
It was fucking weird.
There's certain places of the internet I don't go. Like I
But
don't
Craigslist
even,
has that
get on
shit, too.
4chan. I don't even get on 4chan.
I don't even really
Really?
know what 4chan is.
Nah. 4chan is
Um,
like a message board.
So I was the bloody asshole. We were at the courthouse. I was bonding someone out, and this chick came in with these like really tight jeggings on, and she turned around and she walked by everybody like it was a full lobby. Normally it's not that full, but it was Friday night. People wilding out, getting crazy. This chick walked in. She turned away from us, so we all saw her butt.
You said she was kind of hot, right?
She was a pretty lady. She's hot. She had a nice body. She had a nice butt and all that stuff. But like she either had sat in barbecue sauce, something happened to her butthole previously, or she started her period. And it was gross.
So it was
man.
either blood or shit or barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I wasn't like inspecting it, but if it was blood, it was a little bit old because it started that like browning process.
Nice.
Oxidation.
Oh
Yeah.
god, the oxygen hitter. Her blood. It was gross.
How much was her? How much was it? Like a little spot, or was it like
it was
a good size?
like
Like what are we talking?
a full packet of ketchup.
Oh, so that's a lot.
It was a lot.
Okay, full packet of ketchup's a good amount.
It was a lot, bro. It was more than
It's like maybe she like had to shit real bad. She thought she held it, but like some got out.
Yeah, maybe
no.
like a little shark.
it
Yeah.
could have been, but it was not.
Was she wearing white pants?
It was definitely blood.
Was it like gray or were they white?
They were like jeggings. They look like blue jeans, like dark blue jeans.
Oh well, then it could have been anything, and it might have just had that color though, because like
No.
no,
No?
No.
Was it was on the outside of her pants?
Mm-hmm. It looked like it had seeped through.
And maybe she just sat down or something.
I mean, maybe she did sit down in something. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. She's not no dirty bitch and walking around Walmart starting a period junk.
I saw somebody piss their pants today.
What?
Really? Was it wasn't your kid?
No. We were in Petco dropping off the fucking heathens to get their damn
your children,
my wife's children,
your stepchildren.
and I felt horrible. I really felt bad. There was an older lady there, and
She's gonna
she
hit
was
you.
standing there talking to someone, and I just watched as her grandma jeans just
This expanded.
got darker and expanded. I felt so bad. Oh, it was horrible. But I was dealing with a fucking with my fucking dog, like
That's sad. Yeah.
flipping his shit.
Which dog?
The big one.
Oh, the heathen.
Yeah.
The little one's not a heathen. I love the little one.
No, she's a pain in the ass too.
Oh God, I love that dog.
Like when we left your house, I told my wife to drop her off somewhere.
I
Drop
know.
both of them off before she got home. I was
You're
like,
an
just drop them
asshole.
off somewhere.
Just feed them to the neighbors.
I love dogs. I'm just.
You
I
have
don't
Asian
know.
neighbors?
No,
Oh,
I love dogs.
funny.
I'm just over them. Like when these two cross the Rainbow Bridge, like I'm not getting any more.
to Nephilim.
Yeah,
Sniffleham. What would a dog?
the
What would dog?
phylum, the
Ruffleham.
angel, two angels.
Sure.
Yeah,
Whatever, dude.
you mean the Valhalla?
Yeah, that one. Oh, holla. How holla. How
Howl, holla. That's it. That's it.
Ethan,
I was
what's wrong?
thinking.
Ethan's just sitting there, like, taking everything in.
I'm speechless.
He's still getting over fucking sharp britches.
Sharp bitches, bro.
Sharp.
The thing about that, she had, like, they had just come from a store. She had, like, a big old box. Like, why can't you leave the big old box of diapers in the car while you come bond your friend out? But, yeah, she came in holding this huge box of diapers, and the only thing that ran through my head was, like, are they yours, bro? So, I don't know. I don't know. It was just a weird situation.
Couldn't
And
get no pads. So
for my
I bought some
first
diapers.
bail bonding experience as a licensed bail agent, that was fucking weird.
Speaking of gross people, so there's this
Yeah.
video that went viral on Facebook, sort of semi-viral. It probably got, last time I checked, it was fairly new and it had like 700 views, I think. So I'm assuming it
I
got.
don't know what's classified as viral, but that sounds
Well,
pretty
it
viral.
was quick. It happened quick.
What you explained to me was
And then in
viral.
the tattoo community, like it was fairly new and it had like 700 views. I'm assuming it got over a couple of thousand before it got taken down. And I'll explain why it got taken down or why I suspect it got taken down.
Yeah, we were gonna go look at it, but we couldn't find it. So.
Right. So I think it got taken down. Anyway, Brick City Tattoo in Sanford. No
Call 'em
longer
out by name.
No longer a tattoo shop, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're gonna call him out by name.
Um,
Doing stupid shit.
Okay, so these people, this chick uploaded a video of her boyfriend, I'm assuming, getting tattooed there. He was sitting in the chair, and the tattoo artist was nodding out while he was like setting up his machine. Right, like I thought he was on heroin, but apparently he was on Xanax. Oh. And I know he was on Xanax because Derek, one of the guys I work with, is from Sanford, and he knows these people. He actually worked at that shop before it became Brick City. It used to be. It was owned by previous people.
Yeah.
And Derek worked there before it became Brick City. Then once it became Brick City, he I think he either like worked there for a little bit and then bounced or something. But
Yeah.
he wasn't there long if he was there. It's these two kids, right? Neither one of them had ever tattooed, but their dad was ex-military, had a lot of money. Apparently, the nicest dude in the world, right? Their dad was.
Yeah.
And he had like back problems, so he would get a bunch of like medication, like Xanax and stuff like that, and his kids would extort them for Xanax. Like they would like bully him and like be mean to him and like say they would like kill him if they didn't give him like if he didn't give them pills and shit like that.
That is fucking horrible.
Terrible, right? And apparently, okay, so the guy that was in the video doing the tattoo or attempting to do the tattoo, isn't the worst according to Derek.
To
The
inside
brother,
information.
yeah, I should probably quit saying his name. The brother is apparently a fucking just terrible person, right? Like, I think he may have killed someone, or he's definitely like stabbed some people or something like that. Like,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh,
Like-
my God. Wow.
pretty terrible, about as bad as it gets in Sanford. You know what I mean? And
Stabbings.
right. So in the video, you can see the guy nodding out. The dude is for some. The worst part about it is, to me, the guy that was getting tattooed just sat there, like,
And just let it happen.
just let it kind of
Nah,
happen.
fuck
Dude. I was
that.
like, nah, dude. I would have immediately been up. This
Yeah.
guy was like nodding out. He there's one part in the video where he's like setting up something in his machine, and I can't quite see what happens. Something hits the floor. He bends down, picks it up off the floor, and starts putting it back on his machine. I don't know if it was a needle or what. I couldn't quite
It
see.
doesn't fucking matter. What
It doesn't.
is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But
Even if it was a grommet. No.
yeah, no, he definitely dropped something on the floor, bent down, picked it up, put it back on his machine.
Gross.
Right.
Is this place? No, you said it's.
It got closed down because of this. Like I said, it went pretty viral. Like I'm a part of this tattoo group on Facebook, and it got shared in that. And this is like a worldwide tattoo group. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
wow.
like thousands of people are in it.
You should invite me.
I will. I will. But so it got shared in that, and it was too funny because me and two of the other guys I work with saw it on one of the days that the guy that lives in Sanford used to work there and knew we didn't know he knew all about it. He wasn't at the shop whenever it was all going down, and we were watching it.
Yeah.
And so
Probably a fairly recent
right
video.
So we texted him. We're like, "Yo, what's up with Brick City Tattoo?" And he was like, "Yo, that's old news." And we are like, "Okay, so he knows about it." And then like whenever he came back in, we gave him the lowdown.
How long ago was this place open though?
It's, like I said, it's been open for a while. Like apparently, it's been open for a few years, but it used to be called Lady Luck or Lady Dragon or something like that.
Okay.
Terrible name.
Yeah. Anyway, the night Derek gets back in the shop and we're talking about this, the phone rings. The counter dude picks it up, answers it, and he's like, "Hey, Derek, it's for you." Gives the phone to Derek, and Derek like takes the phone. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And he walks to the back, right? And he's having a conversation. Like normally we don't stay on the phone if it's like a client or something. We're on the phone like maybe like a minute tops, 2 minutes,
Yeah.
whatever. Come by the shop, yada yada. He was back there for probably like 20, 30 minutes talking on the phone.
Holy
He
shit.
gets back up to the front and he's like, "Yo, guess who that was?" And we were like, "Who?" He's like, "It was the dad of the kids who own Brick City Tattoo."
Oh, my God.
Wanting to know if I wanted to buy the shop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like, according to Derek, like the father is like the nicest guy in the world, and so I guess he said the dude just sounded fucking beat down on the phone, just defeated. You know what I mean? Just
horrible.
really just over it at
Because
this
of my
point.
shithead fucking
Yeah.
sons.
And I was like, well, it's cool that the guy wants to like put it in the hands of someone he knows is more trustworthy and wants to kind of like, and not just sell it to the first person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said he was trying. He would give it away. He would basically give it away.
Whoa. Let's
Yeah.
go open up a shop in Sanford.
I got $20.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I don't know what kind of. Apparently, that place is a fucking pigsty, and it's probably going to be worth its weight in fucking remodeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Worth its weight in gold in fucking remodeling because it's fucking great.
go.
There's like one part in the video where like one of the chicks who's like the chick who's filming the video is sitting on like a massage table or something, and then like the camera kind of pans and you can kind of see the massage table
It's all ripped apart.
all ripped apart, fucking fabric hanging out of it,
No,
dude.
it's fucking gross, dude.
Disgusting. And the
See-
dude's like fucking with his like paper towels, and like he has like his paper towels, like a roll of paper towels sitting in his like crotch, like holding it with his legs while he's just like
What?
yeah.
This is
This
why,
dude, this dude had no tattoos. The tattoo artist,
Yeah.
I say that in
air
quotations,
quotes.
Yeah, yeah.
had no tattoos, no visible tattoos except for on his face.
Oh, perfect.
The kid he was tattooing had no visible tattoos except for the stencil he was about to tattoo on the kid's face.
Cool.
So this dude was nodding out right before he was getting ready to fucking tattoo
Permanently-
someone's face. Yeah,
Jesus.
it's retarded.
That's the reason why there needs to be more. We talked about it last time. That's the reason why there needs to be more policing of the health departments.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, honestly,
Like I said, I don't think there necessarily needs to be any more regulation in the tattoo industry, but I think
the regulations need to be enforced.
the ones that are there need to be enforced. But
Yeah.
apparently the shop got shut down like that day. Like so, someone got in touch with the health department.
wow.
Like either that day or the day after that shop got shut down.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Fucking retards.
Crazy, because someone was on the comment thread in the videos on Facebook saying like I'm in touch with the health department right now, and then
Yeah.
not long after that, that place was done.
That's
Good.
awesome.
Just under.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
So
It's
that's
just
cool.
Stupid.
Yeah.
There's no warning. There's no telling like how many people like they fucked up.
Oh,
previously.
dude. Yeah, I mean, but they're probably charging like fucking like probably got like a fucking $10 shot minimum or something. You
I'm
know
just
what I mean?
saying, dude. It's a good business call.
Yeah.
Get on there. you got money just waiting at the door for people to get their shit fixed.
Yeah. But also,
$100 tap out.
but you're
session.
also fucking,
Oh,
you're also fucking
stupid.
dealing with the reputation they left too.
Oh yeah, no.
I also forgot to tell you the reason why I think the video got taken down.
Yeah.
The guy who was sitting in the chair and his girlfriend that recorded the video and posted it.
Yeah.
And under the when she posted it, she posted like, "Yo, don't go to Brick City Tattoos." This dude's nodding out and like just dogging them. You know what I'm saying?
But
So-
while she's posting the video,
While she's posting, that was like the context in which she posted the video.
Oh,
it
it
wasn't like
wasn't-
it wasn't like she
okay.
just uploaded it like getting a tattoo. Hi, it was like,
wasn't
yo,
like a
check this
live
shit out.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, it was like, yo, check this shit out. And the fucking brother that I was telling you was crazy. Mm-hmm. Got on the comment thread and fucking threatened to kill the kid
Oh my god.
who was getting tattooed in his, or like threatened to like hurt him. He's like, next time I see you guys or something, like you're fucking done.
Cool.
Like,
Question.
basically like
Come at me,
communicating
bro.
pretty serious threats. And like it seems pretty credible according to what Derek says, because that guy, like I said, he stabs.
This is a whack job.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking just nuisance.
How far did that tattoo session go?
I wish I could find the fucking. I don't. In none of the videos I saw, there was no actual tattooing going on. It was him like nodding out and like setting up his machine and doing all this shit.
So maybe there is a chance that they were like, "Yeah, we're done."
Maybe, yeah. Maybe that guy was just sitting there to see how long they could let the video go, because the kid never got up from the chair. So
Yeah.
maybe he was just sitting there to see how much footage they can get. I don't know.
Okay, I mean,
There's also a picture included of a needle catheter that was laying on the ground in the middle of the shop.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
I know I'm preaching to the choir, but I hope for his sake that tattoo didn't ever actually
Get in him.
get in him.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I
like,
hope so.
I don't know.
Dude.
Shout out real quick to Man's Ruin Tattoo in Asheville. They've done all mine. The two ladies there are incredibly professional.
Nice.
So they
Yeah,
run a
that's
really
an
good
all
shop.
lady shop.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
And that's
heard-
that's
I've
where they
heard
got their
about
name
them.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were voted the #1 tattoo shop in Western North Carolina for I want to like an insane number of years.
I wanna.
There's a lot of good tattoo shops in Western North
Yeah,
Carolina.
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
fucking
Yeah.
Empires out there.
Oh, yeah.
Freaks and Geeks is out there.
Oh, yeah.
Freaks and Geeks.
And
is awesome.
The
fucking
ladies who
hot
run
stuff.
it are just
Hot stuff.
they're
Even
absolute
Kudzu.
class acts.
Yeah, that's
even
awesome.
Diamond Thieves in Asheville
Yeah.
and Marion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of good shops out that way. So,
There's a lot of good
Good for
shops.
them.
I
Yeah.
wonder how Love and Hate's doing out there.
I don't know.
oh my god,
What's Love and Hate?
Love
Omni
and Hate is
James
Omni
is shit.
James. And,
I thought Empire was Ami James.
it could be. It
could
could
be.
be. Love and
Might
Hate
be.
is his shop, his other shop. So he might have named it Empire
Zach. Speaking of that, Zach
from Goldsboro Brew Works
from
Yes.
actually met Omni James
at a bar.
at a bar in Asheville when he was down there, and they were like starting to build that place, and had like a 30-minute conversation. He didn't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
So,
then he mentioned
I'm
something
always
about
the first to
tattoos.
admit when I don't know something. I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
From Miami Ink, right?
Yeah, the TV
Yeah.
show.
Miami Ink, New
I've
York
never
Ink.
seen it.
Okay, it was
Yeah.
pretty big back in the day on like what
It
was
was-
it VH1 or some bullshit?
No, it was
USA.
TLC. Was it TLC?
TLC. Yeah, the
Yeah.
London channel.
Yeah,
Yep.
And they were
it was the same fucking thing with Kat Von D, right? Wasn't that
yeah,
the
Kat
same
Von
show?
D's where
Kat
she
Von
kind
D
of got her
started
start.
on
Yeah, yeah.
I think Zach has one of my favorite tattoos of all time that I've ever seen, and it's the one on his right arm that has the skeleton with
Chugging
the beer
the
stein,
beer.
Yeah, Drew.
pouring it down through
Our
his
boy
shirt.
Drew Lockerman
Yeah,
did that. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
a good
a
one.
really good tattoo.
over at the Anchors Away.
Also, in tattoo related news, Everence. I was trying to tell you about this earlier.
Yeah, you were telling us about this. What is it? Some DNA laced shit.
So yeah, okay. So the
Where do they
concept,
get the DNA from?
well, I'll try my best to explain it.
Okay.
So
Little babies.
okay, so what Everence is you know how like certain people like
There have
tattoo
been
artists
so
will
many
like
messed up things
mix
on this podcast already.
like mixing. You've heard like mixing like ashes
Yeah.
into tattooing
Yep.
and tattooing that into someone. Okay,
Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't. I probably won't. It's kind of gross.
Yes.
But okay, so the concept behind Everence is I don't know exactly how it's. I don't know the science behind it, but they market it as well. Their claim is that they've had some scientists from Duke and Brown University that are in on it, so it's like completely like I don't know. It's all scientific and some bullshit. I don't understand.
Scientifical.
Yeah, I don't understand the bull. I don't understand the way it happens. But so what happens is the client goes through the Everence process where they send in something of the person, like a hair. I don't know what the fuck you have to send it in. It's like some sort of kit, and then it goes to a lab. And
Now, are these like alive people or dead people?
either one? I guess I don't know how you would get DNA from a dead person unless you used ashes or had like I don't know. See, there's so
I
many,
got you.
So
I mean,
much.
you can pull hair off of dead people.
Right.
Kind of falls out real easy.
Yeah. So anyway, you see, they send you back this vial, right, of powder, and the powder is supposed to be the DNA, and then the powder the customer takes to the tattoo artist, and you're supposed to mix the powder in with your ink, and that's how that works. Now, it is being backed by some huge tattoo artists right now, and that's what's causing the major controversy in the tattoo community.
So basically, they sterilize the sample.
I guess I'm not sure. Anyway, like the big controversy is that it is that is being backed by so many big tattooers. I know Tim Hendricks,
Hippie.
yeah, Tim Hendricks,
Which got his big day like on Miami Ink.
Steve Burns, Bryn, Brian. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. From what was his tattoo shop? Death to False Tattooing was the motto. I can't remember the name of the tattoo shop now. Anyway, a lot of people. Chucko Moreno. You know what I'm talking about? He's backed it.
So people are backing this stuff.
Yeah. And now the claim is, this is where you really got to look into it, that they're just a part of it and they're not getting paid, and that they just think it's a good idea and it's something cool to like be connected with your loved ones and stuff like that. All of their posts they have made about it have been eerily similar. Like every single post.
They copy and pasted it.
Well, it seems like they, to me, to my eye, and to a lot of other people, like maybe they like signed up for this, got paid some money to endorse it. The company sent them a press package of like, this is how what you got to say on your Instagram and all this stuff. You know what I mean? It just
seems like
it seems gimmicky. It seems gimmicky to me because it's being marketed as like it's like the way they're talking about it is like it's their product, like them, like the tattooers have like come up with it, like this group of tattooers, of elite tattooers have like kind of came up with it, or like have been like a major part of it, and not like some corporate thing where they were bought out by a corporation to just endorse it. You know what I mean?
I think it's a dumbass idea.
It's stupid. First of all, I think the idea is stupid, right?
I mean, I don't want to perpetuate a stereotype, but if a bunch of tattooers are like, "Hey, we've separated the DNA from your sample, and in this super legit lab, and we're going to send it back to you so you can put it in your tattooing," I'll be like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, the whole thing about it is it bypasses the tattooer completely. It
True.
completely bypasses the tattooer because it's just the person getting the tattoo, the client, going to this lab that is doing the whole interaction, and then they send the DNA vial back to the client, and the client takes it to the tattoo shop. And I don't know, like, what if they just like get this?
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of it. But if someone came to me and said, "Hey, I got this reverence shit," and they were
Everence.
like, "Everence, whatever," and they're like, "It's legit," I'd have been like, "I don't care if it's legit. I don't know shit about it.
I don't want to mix shit you bring to my shop in my ink."
Yeah, I'm not going to cross contaminate.
Also, like, there's been like they're already selling this shit, or I think they're taking pre-orders for it right now, or they're already selling it.
How much does it cost? Like brass tacks?
That's what I was getting ready to say. Now, if you get the first, like, the pre-order right now, you get it for the sweet deal of $540.
fuck
oh
you.
my God.
That is stupid.
Typically, it is over $650.
Nah, that's
Jesus.
dumb. I gotta.
So someone that like wants like a little $50 banger tattoo with like their fucking like
typically
their
those,
dad's fucking like pube hair in it.
Yeah,
like those tattoos. I mean, I've heard people like normally it's like a signature from a Christmas card or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're paying on top of the fee you just paid, $650. Say it's $650.
Yeah.
On top of even the shop minimum being $50, you're paying $700 for a $50 tattoo.
yeah, and I'm also not going to just fucking put some shit you gave to me in my ink without charging you a little service fee for that as well. You know what I mean?
Seriously.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be like $20 minimum extra. You know what I
Especially
mean?
if like this is a white powdery substance. Like
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
like what? How do you know? Like honestly, anybody who doesn't like stay up on like social media or anything like that, like how did they know it's not like fucking cocaine or heroin or something like that? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's the thing about like, so the thing I don't understand is like, if most of the people who are going to be doing this are probably going to get a family member, their DNA, right?
Yeah.
You already have your family's DNA in you.
Exactly.
So it seems kind of redundant in that point. But if you're doing like a loved one, like your fucking like wife or something, like where does it stop? Can you get your fucking dog's DNA tattooed in you? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Where does it stop?
So outsider's view on this, as somebody who's not in the tattoo business and just has tattoos, I'm actually just listening to this conversation, just really happy to hear that you guys are this concerned about what's going into your ink and what you're putting on
Yeah.
people's bodies. Because
Yes.
I know I'm preaching at the choir, but that just speaks really highly of you guys.
Yeah, dude, I
Because
mean-
that's not the case everywhere. And I again, preaching to the
true.
choir, but I'm just really glad to hear that you guys are that concerned for your customers.
like,
Yeah, it's not all about like fucking making money or like the cool new marketing fucking ploy or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like I just want to do good tattoos. That's all I want to do. You know what I mean?
the thing for me, is I have a remembrance tattoo from my grandfather on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about like having a piece of him with me. It's
the symbolism.
It's the symbolism and the memory that
Yeah.
that tattoo brings
Yeah.
me.
I mean, it's art. I have a rib piece goes from my left armpit to my left hip, and it's the cover of the Giving Tree.
Yeah.
And with the quote, "And the tree was happy" underneath it. And the reason I got that is because that was the book that my mother consistently read to me when I was young and growing up, and instilled those more values in
Yeah,
me.
and that seems
Yeah.
so much more meaningful than paying fucking $600 for a tube
Yeah.
for like a little fucking vial. I swear to God, this vial is this big of this white powder.
At the end of the day, you don't even really know what they put in it.
Exactly. Like my like coming from the point of a consumer who is potentially putting this into their system. Like, does this lab have any
just because
any
it's-
certifications to be able to do
Right,
anything
and what
like
is what
this?
is the health department going to think of this? Like, what if the health inspector comes in and is like, hey, what's this fucking shit you're putting in your ink? You know what I mean? Like, are the tattooers going to get in trouble for that?
Like,
Because it's
yeah,
not.
could you lose your license on that?
Yeah, I don't
think
know.
the
I don't think
cra-
the health department's going to be too cool about it.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, I guess if it's ashes, they're kind of sterilized because they're burnt.
I mean, honestly,
That was the craziest thing.
And the concept of putting ashes in a tattoo, like, okay, it's ashes is like a majority of it is carbon, right?
I would imagine.
Like,
It's just like the carbon leftover, right?
yeah, it's the leftover carbon. So, is there any DNA left in ashes?
It's just the thought of it. I mean, I get it. I get where people come from on that.
Yeah.
But the craziest thing, someone actually asked me recently if I could put in their horse's ashes in their tattoo, and I was like, no, not at all.
Yeah, I just don't want to take anything.
Okay, so
and just-
quick poll. Because you guys obviously are all significantly more covered than I am, and you guys are tattoo artists, but do you guys remember what your first tattoo was? And
Yes.
when you got it?
that I got or that
Yeah.
I did.
That you got?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Story time. Tell.
All right, Jacob, you go first.
I'm very curious because I mean it's one of those things where when you have a lot,
They
This is
kind of get lost in the time.
right, it gets lost in the
Okay,
mix.
I'll
So
tell you. I'll tell you.
this is a great question. By
It
the
is.
way.
It is really. I'll go first.
it's
first
almost
tattoo
like
I
I'm paid
got-
to do it for a living.
The first tattoo I got, I was probably just about a month out of being 18, and I got it while my parents were out of town. They were in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and
We're good.
it's a little teeny tribal on my upper left arm.
Can we
It's
see
the
it?
The first one I got. It's right there. It's all
Okay. I
I
faded
thought your
now.
knuckle was your first one.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's back up a little bit. We're talking about first professional tattoo.
Well,
No, first tattoo.
Oh, I was like
Period.
fucking. I was like 16 or 15. The art teacher left some India ink out for me, and I tattooed a little bass clef on my chest.
Okay. Why?
That was a very why.
Yeah.
At the time, I was playing in a bass. I was playing bass in a band with
Okay.
Eric Strickland.
is it that bass?
No,
No.
no. And I tattooed my finger too. We've covered that up since. The one that's on my chest is supposed to be covered up soon, kind of. I hope covered up a cover up. But the first professional tattoo I ever got was a little tribal I got. It looks like a upside down spade or like a mosquito head.
Yeah, it's
And
a
it's-
tribal mosquito.
Yeah, it's all shitty looking. It's really faded now from I'm getting it lasered off so I can get it covered up. But yeah, it was pretty garbage. But
Where'd you get it done?
I got it done at Crazy Cats in Clayton. It's not open anymore. And it was in the original location too.
Is that right beside or before where
The original
Okay.
location. I think
Yeah.
it's like a fucking like Italian ice place now or some shit.
Okay.
But the guy's really
Sparky?
cool. Doug. His name was Doug. Crazy Cat. He's
I thought Sparky was Crazy Cat.
no, his
Sparky
name's
worked
Doug.
there though, right?
Ah, fuck, fine.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Only people I've ever known that worked there were Doug and Cat. Doug actually is. I guess he recently passed away in a car
Did he really?
accident. Yeah. He
was
actually quit
on-
tattooing.
He was on
and
Monster Garage.
He started building like armored vehicles in like Nevada or somewhere out there, New Mexico, and he was on the TV show Monster Garage. They were building
Yeah.
Hot Rod. He's an old Hot Rodder, like Rocky
East Coast
guy.
Hot Rod.
Yeah,
I remember.
he was
that.
a badass. He actually wrote an article in a tattoo magazine, or he was interviewed in an article, interviewed for a magazine, did an article, and he said that anybody that would open a tattoo shop beside another tattoo shop are just rude and shitty.
Byron.
That being said, the shop that Jacob works in used to be another tattoo shop. Then it was another tattoo shop. Now it's his tattoo shop that Jacob works at. It's been a tattoo shop for like the past 10,
15
10,
years?
15 years.
Yeah.
So what happened? Crazy Cat had moved from the original location to a spot right beside, which is now an insurance place, which is right beside the shop that Jacob works at now. And then no shit, like 2 months after Crazy Cat had moved, the original owner of the location that Jacob's at now opened up a shop right beside him. After he read the article in the paper or in the news, in the magazine, to be a dick because he's a fucking dick.
He is.
Um,
And then
but
some girl's tits fell off.
So
yeah, some crazy
Like
shit
legitimately, some girl
something-
lost her breast because
infection.
her
Yeah.
nipples got pierced, and
happened. Which I mean,
Wait, what? Hold on. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
At the first
The
shop?
original, the original. It was something about the sterilization, but the piercing thing doesn't really fucking matter because there's no regulation of piercings in North Carolina.
There's nothing you can do
but it
about
had something to do with their autoclave wasn't working correctly or something. Some bad shit happened. Some whatever, dude.
Her tits fell off. Lost them.
They actually had to.
they had to.
from
she had a
from-
mastectomy.
Yeah.
from what the stories that are told. I mean, you got to take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
You know how
True.
you know how shit goes. Story says chick, got a bad infection. She lost her breast. But I mean,
That's rough.
do I
is.
believe that?
It's horrible.
I'm not sure if I believe that. I
Right.
didn't meet the person
You have,
firsthand.
to, you have to take secondhand stories with a grain of salt.
especially in the industry or the trade that Jacob and I
Sure.
are in.
Sure.
Now,
Now,
because people talk shit way too much.
Yeah.
But that's my first tattoo. Little
Okay,
piece of
so
stupid
quick-
travel. It's gonna get covered up
quick question before it gets covered up. Why did you get a tribal specifically?
because it was like $80.
Okay.
It
What are
was a
you
hot
planning on
shit.
covering
Actually,
up with?
I actually feel like I overpaid for it. Even
Yeah, 80
even
bucks?
even
Yeah.
to today. Now I got an 18. I'm 35 now.
'Cause I would probably
what's that?
do. I would probably do that tattoo for $80 now. And do
Yeah,
it better.
seriously. So yeah, for real and bigger.
Yeah.
It actually the size it is, it probably would have been easier to do bigger.
Yeah.
So I'm 18 now or 35 now. I was 18 then. I don't know what the math is there. Like 15 years old, 16 years old.
That would be 30.
No,
33.
it wouldn't be 33 years old.
33. So
I'm-
17
that would
years
be
old.
17 years.
Yeah,
17?
years old.
So
17 years.
it's my tattoos.
So what are you getting
at
covered up
this
with?
point are almost old enough to get tattoos. It's fucking that makes me feel old. Actually,
Oh my God.
God, you're old too, Big John.
Fuck you.
Fucking oh my God. I don't really know what I'm gonna get covered up with.
Okay.
The plan was I have a koi on my arm.
Mhm.
I actually have a plan for the koi to represent my wife and my 2 kids. I was gonna get them up my arm, some really cool, pretty flowers, but
Okay.
I gotta find someone else to do it.
Before we move over to Jacob real quick, what is your most meaningful tattoo?
I have a portrait of my dad on my left leg, right leg. That's my right leg.
Yeah.
I have a portrait, and he's on the inside of my leg. And on the outside of that same leg is a CB. He was a CB in the Navy, and those 2 are probably my most meaningful. The one of my dad is the portrait of my dad. If I'm drinking too much, I'll cross my legs and talk to him. Is that what?
Gotcha.
That's weird.
How old were you when you got that?
How old was when I got
A couple
that?
years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago.
It was just after New. It was in January of 2013 or 14. One of the 2.
Probably 40.
What is it about it that makes it meaningful?
It's just a portrait of my dad. It looks just like him.
Okay.
And she even got the fucked up tooth. Like I love the person that did it. I love her. She's great. I had her go a little bit darker on my leg. She has a tendency to go a little light.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Okay.
it's a portrait that's now what 3 or 4 years old
Yeah.
at this point, and it
still looks
good even with my hairy ass leg. And you know what? I have 2 other tattoos that are pretty meaningful. I got my daughter's name on my chest neck, where it kind of meets.
Right.
And I have probably one of my most recent tattoos. My son wrote his name out, and
I love that.
actually the same person did the portrait of my dad did that one too.
I love that.
We were talking about tattoos. Before we go anywhere further with this, I want to mention this. I being around tattoos, I see people be allergic to tattoos. Normally, it's not black ever. It's
Normally
always
red.
It's always typically red, blues, browns, rarely black. I found out that I'm allergic to black ink, a certain type of black ink.
Which one?
And I'm pretty sure it's the 23, the one that I used to line with,
The
or used to
Intens?
line with.
The
Yeah,
Intens? Oh, shit.
the one that you turned me on to. I love it.
Yeah.
but I quit using it because
I don't use
of
it
this.
anymore either.
I have a little hole in my arm. Drew did a tattoo of a cover up on my inside of my right forearm, and Jacob tattooed a dagger on the top of my arm. Where the two intersect, I had this thing going on. It honestly looked like herpes on my arm.
Oh.
Had it checked out. They took a core sample, and the guy was like, first we thought it was cancer, because it's black. I was like, well, it's tattooing. He's like, yeah, I told him that. It's not cancer. They were just stupid. But apparently I'm allergic to the black ink. I got a tattoo on a Monday on the back side of my leg, on the back side of my right leg, of Captain America, on the same leg my dad's stuff is, because that's on my hero leg. Mm-hmm. And that one, it healed fine. It healed fine. Mm-hmm. There was some other issues there. I'm pretty sure it got caught. Like, it just, never mind, whatever. But the Monday after I got that, Derek actually tattooed my beer drinking Gator Reaper. Uh-huh. Shout out to Drew and Derek, because Drew gave me the nickname Gator, and I like beer. And Derek draws these bitchin' Reaper tattoos. So Derek tattooed this, and that was in July or August. It was before I went to the tattoo convention in Virginia.
Yeah.
So it was either in June or July, and it still got spots on it. It's not healed. So
Wow, really?
It's healed, but it's itchy. It's that itchy, like
yeah.
It's not infected. It's not anything wrong. The tattoo healed great, actually. Actually, I had John look at it the other night, and he rubbed it in the areas, because John's been around tattooing just as long as I've known, just as long as I have.
Yeah.
So he knows what to look for. But there's a couple spots on it that are just like weird. They're real dry. They're itchy, and you scratch it, and it makes it fucking itch worse. It almost feels like a poison ivy itch. But apparently, I'm allergic to one of the inks in that, and there's limited black in it.
Okay, so the black he uses though is Intense Super Black, not 23, but it is Intense, so it might be something to do with it. And that's the only Intense I'm pretty sure he uses.
Yep. See, that's why I was like, that's why I knew he used an Intense ink for that. Not talking shit about Intense.
No, yeah, I mean it just happens.
But with me, I think there's something in it. I don't know if it's happened since I've gotten older, or if it's something that.
Are those the only times you've been tattooed with Intense Black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Drew doesn't use it. He didn't use it in that.
What did he use?
Kirasumi.
No, he didn't. No, Karasumi's old news pal. Give him the program.
Sorry.
He used Waverly?
I think he was using Waverly on this.
Okay.
The Blackbird, not the Blackbird.
The triple black.
Yeah. And I use the Eternal Blackbird from Motor City.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was Blackbird, because Waverly has a Blackbird too, and there's like this big fucking controversy.
Well,
about the
Waverly
name of
has
the shit.
Bluebird.
They have Bluebird and Blackbird.
Do they have a Blackbird?
Bluebird is their like shading black.
Yeah.
And Blackbird is their line in black. And then now Intense has their Motor City line Blackbird. And I don't know, that fucking ink's badass. It's
I haven't
black as
even
fuck.
heard anything about Waverly in a long time, but they're still doing ink.
They're still, Bill's still getting at it. Old Bill Stevenson. Good job, dude.
Cool.
And now he's making beer or wine or something. I don't know.
just
He's got his fucking hands
He's
in
just an
everything.
artisan.
Sure.
Entrepreneur.
But yeah, apparently that's what I was going to say earlier. But when we were talking about additives and shit to tattoo inks, I don't see the good in it. Period.
Yeah, it just seems like some fucking cash grab, like fatty.
Oh
fucking-
God, fucking sure.
Yeah.
It is all about the money, especially with the people you mentioned. It's about money. I'm sorry, like they're great tattoo artists, but
Well, no, I mean you got to look through the list though. There are some guys that I'm fucking surprised are on there.
oh yeah,
Like Steve, I'm super surprised. Like Danson, I can't remember the dude's name, but his Instagram is Danson, like Dansin. Mm-hmm. Fucking amazing tattooer.
yeah.
And I don't know,
We know a lot of cool tattoo
yeah.
artists.
But I mean, it's just surprising, man. I'm just like, man, these guys must have fucking like gotten paid, and they deny up and down that that's the case. They make it seem like they're just doing it for the kindness of it. But anyway, not to.
Yeah, we're not going back on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I just wanted to mention that about additives. Like I'm not sure about what. I'm really not sure what ink it is, but I do know that it's not a cleanliness thing. I trained this motherfucker on how to be clean. I know he's clean. It's not, and Derek, I know he's clean. Like he worked at the shop I owned for a little while. I know he's on his shit when it comes to that stuff. But the only thing that kind of is in common is the Intense black.
Yeah.
Whether it's super black with a Z, gay. Or if it's if I offend anybody, man, just shut up,
fuck that.
change the
Don't worry
channel. Yeah, it's the Lowbrow Nation, bitches. Or the Formula 23. The Formula 23 is fucking awesome, man. That shit's black. But the only thing I found that it stays black and goes in smooth as fuck is the Blackbird ink from the Motor City line. Sorry, man, we got us talking.
So,
Jacob, what's your fucking
yeah,
first tattoo?
What's your first tattoo?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I'd rather not say exactly what it is because it's pretty embarrassing. It's nothing like super crazy. It's
Oh,
nothing.
come on.
Your first professional.
Come on, man.
I went
Well,
with
it's still
my-
the same thing.
All right, well,
What
you
is
got to
it?
say it then.
Well, okay, so
John's got to tell everybody what his fucking first professional one
Nah,
is, too.
it's something I don't like talking about, but it's not like anything crazy. It's not like a fucking swastika or anything stupid like that. It's nothing racist or anything. Yeah, but
The next your second one then.
that was my first one. That was my first one.
Well, tell us what your second one is. I understand why you don't want to talk about that one, so.
I can talk about the situation of it and like
No. Tell us. Come on.
You don't have to.
Come on, man.
Walk us through it all.
Come on.
All right, fuck it. All right, so whenever I was
I
17,
swear I thought we just had Sean McLaughlin on the fucking podcast right now. The way you just
Shoney
said,
muffin.
Fuck it. Oh, face punching.
first
hey,
tattoo,
buddy.
first tattoo, 17 in a house in a living room.
That's not professional. We're talking about professional.
Well, it's the same fucking. Let me finish the story. God damn it.
Okay. Sorry.
Because it's the same tattoo because I got it done out of a house originally, and then I got it fixed in a shop.
Yeah.
Braden.
Oh, yeah.
And he added another word to it.
Oh.
So originally, I got the word edge across the top of my thigh.
Okay.
I was 17 for straight edge.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Everybody's straight edge at 17.
Exactly. You have no choice but to be straight edge at 17, right?
I wasn't.
I started smoking when I was 13, so. whatever.
I was not.
Well, it's a
straight
lot.
edge.
It's a lot easier to be straight edge at 17.
John and I saw a dude get choke slammed on a concrete driveway when we were like 16, 17.
Yeah.
And John was drunk as fuck.
He was an asshole.
Anyway,
He deserved it.
I got just the outline and the typical like fucking like stencil varsity
Yeah.
straight edge like judge. You know what I mean? Kind of fucking.
Yeah.
I got just the edge part. I didn't get straight. It was my buddy. I don't want to say his name. But
You don't have to.
He's a buddy of mine. Funny story. He had the tattoo machine that he did it with was the one he bought from Drew whenever Drew was scratching.
Yeah.
The one that gave fucking Jarrett Mercer.
Oh my god.
We don't have to go. All right, we're done with the backstory of this. Jesus.
The biggest, blackest star I've ever seen in my life.
And it's still big and black.
Blacker star
And
than
do you know
Tyler
what?
Qualley.
Jarrett lied to me straight to my face that day. He's like, "Yeah, I drove the favor. I got it, bro."
Because he's a bitch.
I was
He's
like,
my
all right.
brother.
All
He's
right,
a
cool.
bitch. I hope you're listening to this, you fucking jackass. I love you.
Bitch.
All right, anyway. That's what it was. It was just the
He's
outline
gonna
of the
call me tomorrow. Fuck you, man.
2 weeks later is when I had to talk with Drew that Drew's mentioned very many times about me. Like, stop fucking scratching at your house, dude. When I get a chance, I'll fucking you
Yeah.
can. Yeah, that's what started that.
And it was just the outline of the word edge. And then whenever I turned 18, I went to Sacred Art and got the owner of Sacred Art to add the word straight and then shade it in.
Yeah.
And that was my first tattoo on my thigh, thankfully.
Speaking
Which
of-
recently just got covered up.
Oh, you covered it?
Yeah.
I didn't know you covered it.
I covered it myself.
Oh, what'd you do?
I fucking blacked that bitch out.
Pull your pants down.
Nah, it's just a big black square on my leg.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember a
We
conversation.
have so many more ideas about that. We're gonna put a Reaper over it.
I'm just going to black out my thigh.
That's weird.
I remember a conversation me, you, and Josh had in a car ride one night. We were going to some show. I think we were going to go see Little Dicky, and we were talking about straight edge.
Okay.
And I was like, and I was just going off rambling, and I was like, well, you know. They were talking about how you and Josh used to claim straight edge. And
Yeah,
y'all
because
talked-
Josh has a big old fucking straight edge tattoo.
And I was like, well, at least you ain't got no big stupid fucking straight edge tattoos. And I had forgot that Josh had.
Both of us had big, stupid
Yes.
fucking straight edge tattoos.
Josh has big X's across his chest.
Yeah, it
dude.
does with a diamond.
And a fucking forever.
Yeah, yeah,
Across
he
the top of it. See, I get fucking tore back with Josh every time I see him, dude.
Oh man,
He needs to make a YouTube channel with his dumbass like redneck family videos he makes.
funny.
They're fucking hilarious.
Josh is a funny motherfucker.
God, he's so.
But
funny.
other than that, I can't remember. Other than that tattoo, I can't remember what my other first tattoo. I think
because you went straight like you
because I
were,
got
like,
a lot of tattoos really quick.
You were 18 and you had a fucking full sleeve.
Yeah,
Yep.
I got my legs pretty much done before I even started on my arms too.
Yeah.
The first time I tattooed you, I think, was one of the dead chicks on your arm.
This one.
Yeah.
This one right here.
And now there's like 7 dead chicks on your arm.
Yeah. So I think the first tattoo I got, other than that fucking mistake, was Ash from Evil Dead on my calf.
Which was a mistake.
I mean, I like the tattoo. It's fine. It's a cool tattoo. I like Evil Dead.
It was
I
just,
still like that tattoo.
Yeah.
To be honest,
It looks good. It looks good,
It's
dude.
the cover of the Evil Dead
was that the one you got fixed?
movie.
No, it's not that one. I do have that one though.
Okay.
The one with the chick, I do have that tattoo, but it's so it's Ash. It's not this. I don't think that was the cover of any movie because the first cover was the chick with the arm coming out of the ground, grabbing him
Yeah.
by the throat.
Yeah.
The second cover was the skull with the eyeballs.
I'm
That's
not,
right.
I'm not saying that you getting it was a mistake.
I get what you're saying.
Saying who did it?
Maybe.
At the time, though, that was he was killing it at the time.
Throwing
Yeah.
shade.
He still overcharged you
I don't even remember what he charged me for that.
too much.
What did he charge me? Like $500?
More than he needed to.
$400, something like that.
For someone that hung out at the shop and all that stuff, he overcharged you. Anyway,
Yeah.
you did.
I was hanging out of that shop.
You literally got from the time you turned 18 to the time you turned 19. You had a fucking full sleeve.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah.
We talked about it the
Yeah,
other day.
finish.
That's
we
how I
need to
met
work on
Jacob.
it. We need to work on your dead
You
ladies.
just gotta fucking put something right here on the inside of the arm, but I got all this fucking loose skin.
More skin to work with.
And then we just fucking put some like fucking rose petals and cloud it up.
Yeah.
And it's done.
Your dead chicks are cool, dude.
Yeah,
and the
like-
tattoo of your aunt, the portrait of your aunt on your hand.
Dude, that's the one thing that fucking everyone always asks me, like, who are those? I was like, there's no one. I say, if I feel so stupid having to explain to people that the people on my hand
Just
are-
make stories up every time.
I tell everyone that the one on my left hand is Tesla because it kind of looks like Tesla.
It does kind of like Tesla.
Nikolai Tesla.
Yeah, it looks. I think he used Nikola Tesla as a reference because
You should definitely put lightning bolts around it.
That would be cool, but I already got the. Well, I kind of got the stars. I can say they're sparks.
Ooh, yeah, you could.
That's why I tell people normally. I had someone ask me if it was Hitler one time.
Well, they're stupid.
I remember Puggy gave you shit about that tattoo.
Did he?
Was it that one or the other one? Was it your left hand's the one you got done at
the
Wilmington?
convention?
At
Yeah,
the yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because he was like, you went and got tattooed at a convention in Wilmington for someone that's local.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the convention I had the that's the first time I met Rob. Your
The
boss.
seminar.
I had the machine building
That
seminar.
was the first time I met Rob too. I didn't talk to him. We exchanged 2 words or 3 words. It was 3 words total. 2 words from him, 1 word from me. I was sitting down in the lobby and he was walking by because Rob's all in the metal and like black metal and shit too.
Yeah.
And I was wearing a Marduk shirt. And he was like, "Nice shirt." And I was like, "Thanks." I don't even know. I haven't even brought that up
and
to
now,
him yet. But
and
yeah,
now
it's
you're
so
like
funny.
posting like videos of him on Instagram sleeping.
Yeah. It's crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy though, because like I've always like super looked up to Rob, and I remember one time I ran into him. I didn't run into him, but I saw him at Applebee's at 4042.
Yep.
And I was like, so I didn't even say anything to him.
I was
Like,
there that night.
I was like super nervous. I was
Jacob-
like starstruck. Yeah.
Jacob was super starstruck that night. It was
I was
awesome.
like, that's Rob Rutherford. Yeah.
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 I was like, I want to say something to
I
him.
still
but-
look up to him, man. I look
Yeah.
up to him a lot. And
Yeah.
the way he explained to me about watercolor, watercolor's a big deal in tattooing nowadays. The way he explained watercolor to me is the way that it will stick in my head and the way it makes it easier. He's like, you know what? Watercolor is just blood splatter with different colors.
True.
True.
I was like, you know
Very
what?
true.
That makes a fuckload of sense. Thanks, Rob. I love you.
Yeah, Rob's he's the most fucking just gentle, kind-hearted,
God.
fucking just behemoth of a man I've
I
ever
feel like
met.
if you were like in an accident, like
Talk about fucking Ethan's beard.
nah, your beard ain't shit, bro.
Yeah, Rob's got a ridiculous fucking
Rob's
beard.
Appreciate
Rob's beard would beat your beard's ass all day.
Rob has the most magnificent beard of anyone I've ever met.
He's a Viking. He's a real life Viking.
He is a real life.
It's like down to his belly button, legitimately down to his belly
I don't know how
button.
he tattoos with it. I also don't know how he lights cigarettes with it because that's why I had to shave my beard. I lit my beard on fire. And I burned a streak out of it. I had to shave it off.
He's a pro, dude.
God, he's awesome. I love that guy. I have a man crush on Rob. I'm not until you know what? I'll
You
tell
just
him that.
did.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, Rob's awesome, dude.
Big John,
First tattoo.
you son of a bitch.
First tattoo.
Yes.
First,
Now let's go first tattoo.
No,
Fuck
let's
it.
get first tattoo.
first,
let's do
and then first professional.
first tattoo.
Oh God, I feel like
Jamie Massengill.
Oh, God.
Linwood.
oh Lynn.
My very first tattoo. It's not even there anymore because it faded quickly. It was when Jamie carved a fucking cross into my right arm
Carved
with a
cross.
needle and then rubbed fucking ink in it like it would
Nice.
stay.
How old were you guys?
15?
15.
15, 14 or 15?
So you
It
did-
might
That
have
was
been 14.
15, 16.
You're
I
doing
wasn't old yet.
you're doing some ink rubbing.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And then he did.
I don't remember that.
And I still fucking got it.
The dot.
It's still there.
Boom, right there.
I got a dot on my right
Yeah, we got
arm.
matching
That
dots.
looks almost like a wart or something.
It
from
does
you.
look like a wart now.
We got matching
Because
dots. I
when
got
it
one too.
scabbed over, I picked it off. This is fucking cigarette ash.
Oh, that's like
No,
prison
it's
style.
not.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's
Yes, it
cigarette
is.
ash and ink. I put cigarette ash and ink.
Yeah.
God, that was a long time ago. We were stupid.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
We could have tattooed in Sanford
Why
though,
would
and
you
made
ever
some
put
money.
cigarette ash and ink?
Oh, that's how
Prison
actually
style.
prison style.
Yeah.
Cigarette ash and piss.
I
And,
mean,
and,
look,
or baby oil.
honestly, had I not picked that out, that when it scattered and not picked, it'd still be a dot. Like, seriously. And
I still have a dot, and the reason why this dragon is offset on my arm is because the guy thought the dot on my arm was a mole, so he didn't want to tattoo over it.
Yeah.
Instead of asking me, he just didn't tattoo over it. Now that
Yeah.
I got a stupid Mushu dragon on my fucking arm.
Uncle Mushu.
Uncle Mushu. My
And then-
nieces call me Uncle Mushu because of that fucking tattoo.
And then above that, I got a tribal fucking toilet swirl
That looks like a tribal Hurricanes logo.
with some gray wash around it.
We're
And-
gonna cover that
yeah.
up.
Did you do that, Jamie?
No,
No, I got it done at
Warlocks.
Warlocks when I was 18. I had like $150.
Yep.
The guy was like,
and I
"What
have
do
no
you
clue
want?"
where you got that money from
I don't either.
because we weren't working.
No,
We didn't do
were
shit.
fucking losers.
You know what? It might have been
Actually, I was working then. That's how I got
maybe. I don't know. Me, Lane, and
That
John
farm
rode
life.
up there.
Yeah, the guy was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I don't know. I just want a tattoo." And he's like, "Hey, how about this?" And then I'll throw some little shit
I
in
know.
and make it.
I know good goddamn and well that if someone told me they wanted a tattoo and they didn't care what it was and had $150, I wouldn't pick some fucking tribal. I'd be like, you're getting this goddamn skull or a fucking eagle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you're not going to get some
But this
fucking
was-
tornado hurricane tribal.
Yeah, this was like what 2001, 2002.
Toilet bowl swirl.
Toilet bowl. That's what I mean. And fucking, it's a spiral.
That was 2000. Yeah, dude, it was like 2001, 2002. No shit. Fuck, man.
I mean, to
we're
give him
old.
credit though, like that gray wash stayed in there
That
pretty
gray
well.
wash, I can see it. I
The
can see
gray
it
wash
from here.
stayed better than the black.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
gray wash does look better than the
Yeah,
black.
it really does.
Totally.
So I mean, I have no idea what that guy's fucking name was.
I remember when I was, I guess 2006. I drew your arm out to cover it up,
Yeah,
and I had something drawn up. It was cool, but John didn't like snakes, so whatever. But I drew it out, and no
I like
shit,
snakes. I don't like what snakes symbolize.
What?
I don't remember what it was.
it was snaky things. It was like a Japanese snake.
Like Satan?
I drew it all out so it would fit
No.
his arm. And you know, with the swirls that he has, I had it like drawn out so like it would swirl like like Japanese clouds and stuff.
Right.
Well, it was on such a big piece of paper, and the way the arm shaped, it's kind of tombstone-y. I had so many people like, "Yo, are you designing a tombstone?" Like, no, it's my best.
I mean,
friend's
I'm a fat motherfucker, so you know.
arm. It was big, bro.
So you had the dot, the cross, and then that was your first one. The first real one. Was
Yeah, the first one was
the tribal.
the tribal toilet swirl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many tattoos do you have, Ethan?
I have 3.
What was your first one?
That should be easy for you.
Oh, very. The first one I ever got, it's an anchor on my back between my shoulder blades.
There's a lot of anchors used in the mountains.
Do we all have anchor tattoos?
No, there's a whole story behind it.
Yeah,
we
I
all have
was-
anchor tattoos. Nice.
we all
Yeah.
have anchor tattoos.
actually, I don't have. Technically, I don't have an anchor tattoo. My tattoo has a tattoo of an anchor.
that counts.
It counts.
Does it?
You have an
Yeah.
anchor inked in your body. That counts.
What
Okay.
tattoo do you have that
The
has an anchor?
fucking
the naked
the
oh,
naked
God.
devil bitch.
I've had so many thoughts about that in my head here lately about covering that crazy purple nipple bitch up.
Dude, she looks cool, man. I like that tattoo.
The old
His old lady don't like
It
it.
was a coop.
Really? I fucking love that
No,
tattoo.
she don't give a fuck about that.
Oh, is your
My ex old lady.
The ex one,
She's
yeah.
like, when you gonna cover her nipples up?
Why does her boobies look better than mine?
Like, yeah, that's always the thing. Like, you know,
Ah, fuck it, dude.
what
That
when
tattoo's
you
rad.
have kids, what are you gonna say? And then my son has said, you know, he's looked at me like boobies.
Yeah, dude.
Jay's probably done
Anyway,
it too.
you got an anchor on the middle of your back?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Ethan.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I know.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I was 18. I had just gotten home from my first year of college, and I guess the backstory behind it is my dad died a month after I turned 18, 2 weeks before I went off to college. And so when I went to college, I had to adjust to a completely new life without a father in it. and there was a conversation we had before he died, maybe like not even a month or two before he died. We were standing on the back deck and grilling and everything, and we were talking, and he just looked at me and he said, I'm probably not going to be around a whole lot longer. And I said, don't talk like that. Of course, like, it's just, you just need a liver transplant, all this other stuff. And there's a whole backstory as to why he didn't end up getting his liver transplant, but I digress. And in that conversation, he said, so essentially when I'm gone, you're just going to have to, kind of hold everybody down in the family, because you're going to be 18 and having to be, the solid foundation for the family and take care of your mom and take care of your sister. And
Got to be the man of the house.
right.
Yeah.
That's what he was getting at without actually explicitly saying it. And so I'd, gone off to college, done my thing, and I've been on the internet and looking at different tattoos and everything, and I thought an anchor was a really good symbolic representation of kind of holding everything down and in place.
Yeah.
And so I went and I got that in memory of him. I didn't want to do like the typical, like, his name, or like, I'm not knocking yours at all, but I didn't want a portrait or anything like that. I wanted a symbol, something like that. And so I went ahead and got an anchor, and it's really funny because it's not all that big. It stretches essentially the length of my shoulder blades.
So about 4.5 inches.
Yeah. Bold maybe for a first tattoo, but super standard otherwise. Yeah.
Sounded like I know. I've seen your back a lot.
Ooh.
Well, that's another podcast.
But no. So yeah, it's in memory of him and everything.
50 Shades of Beard.
And I remember I got home from getting it, and I was gonna go hang out and have a bonfire with my friends and everything. And at the time, like, I didn't drink until I was well into being 21, so I just wanted to like have a bonfire, like drink sodas, just like hang out and swap stories around a bonfire. So I met my mom at the house, and I showed her, and she was just like, I actually really enjoy that. I didn't think I'd like you having a tattoo, but that's a really solid one.
That's awesome.
The second one I got was the Giving Tree that I talked about earlier. And she thought it was going to be about the same size. And I remember I came home. My grandfather went with me to Man's Ruin to get that tattoo.
Did your granddad get one too?
No, he just went with me. And so we drove up to Asheville, and my Mustang that I used to drive.
Fucking sweet.
Yeah, 07 Mustang. I miss that thing, man.
I bet.
But he sat there and he just, chatted up the tattoo artist, Heather, I think was her name. I can't recall their names exactly. So
pretty sure Heather at Man's Ruin, I think she may be the owner.
I think she is. But Heather, if that's...
That sounds right.
It sounds right. It feels right. But just in case it's not, I'm sorry. But no, so he sat there, chatted up with her, like they had a great conversation, and he's just sitting there watching me get tattooed, and he was 80 at the time. And like, this guy is my hero, like, flat out. And
that's awesome.
he just like went up there with me. He was like, yeah, sure, whatever, like, I'll go with you. Sat with me through the whole session. Took about 4 hours. And then I remember I had this plan in my head that I was going to be able to sit down in a sports car and drive it back down a mountain afterward. And no, I could not. I literally sat down and I cranked the car, and it was just like pain on my left side because it was such a fresh tattoo. And I looked at him and I said, Poppy, you're just going to have to drive back down this mountain. He said, that's fine. Because he told me the story on the way back down the mountain that he was issued a 66 Mustang when he was on the North Carolina Highway Patrol.
Wow.
And so it was like a throwback for him
Oh,
to be
that's
able to drive a
awesome,
Mustang.
man.
Yeah, and I walked back in the house. I showed my mom, and she was like, let me see. And I pulled up my shirt, and she saw how big the tattoo was. And I remember she actually had to grab the counter to keep from like passing out because she didn't think it was going to be that big of a tattoo.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
I was only 19 when I got that one. And then when I was 20, I got my third and most recent tattoo on my right leg. And
What is that one of?
it's a Sailor Jerry.
Nice.
It's one of the ships that he drew up for like flash tattoos.
Like a clipper
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah, like a clipper ship, and the script along the bottom, it's like outlined in like the rope portrait,
That's
like an
what
oval
my
shape.
back's based off
Fucking
of.
awesome. Who did it?
Heather.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man's
Man's
ruined.
ruined son all of his
All of 'em.
tattoos.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
up until
okay.
now.
And
Hopefully I'll
like
tattoo
the
him
thing
soon.
that's most awesome about that shop is every single and like I don't know what y'all's policy is, but every single time that I've gone back to get a tattoo from her, she checks on my other ones, and if they need touching up, she just does it for free real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
which is awesome.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
But yeah, so I got that, and the
At the end
script
of the
below
day,
it.
our names are on it.
Right,
we
exactly.
wanna
I mean,
look the best
that's
we
your
can.
work. Yeah, and it's so similar for me because everything I do, I have to be able to entrust and put my weight behind and my integrity. But yeah, the script along the bottom, it's like a ribbon, and it just says "Calm seas never made skilled sailors."
Nice.
So yeah, those
Which
are my
is very
three.
true.
Yeah,
That's rad.
That's awesome. I wish I remember my third tattoo.
Yeah, I don't.
well, I feel like it's easier for me because like
You only have
I only
three.
have three. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember my first and my latest.
I do remember my third tattoo.
Which
It was
is-
the Mushu dragon.
Okay.
Your
My-
second was that.
We're not talking about that. Or my fourth one. We're not talking about my second or fourth
No,
tattoo.
talk about it.
but why?
Because they're terrible.
Is it the rebel
Talk
flag?
about
You should talk about
the
them.
super rebel.
Super rebel. God damn.
It's actually covered up now, so whatever. It was stupid. It was a bad mistake, and it happened.
Whatever, dude. Heritage, not hate.
Yeah. What was I going to say? There was something I was going to say about tattoos. We got to get you in, though.
Yeah,
I know what you told me, and I've thought about that actually a lot here lately.
Mm-hmm.
But I just need to sit down and need to get some ideas from you.
sure.
I've been, like I said, I've been thinking about John's stuff. John actually has one of Jacob's first tattoos on his arm. It's the
My thigh.
no, I was talking about the spark plug with the wings.
No, he did my thigh piece before he did my arm piece.
Um,
I
Heads
feel
I
like-
win.
I feel like whatever I get next, it's probably going to be on my thigh.
Yeah,
yeah, those
Yeah.
are good spots.
yeah.
It's a good meaty area. It covers a lot.
So my rib tattoo hurt. It.
Well, yeah.
That's, but surprisingly, my calf tattoo, and through like no fault of the actual tattoo artist herself, but that one hurt worse because I had like no fat on me at the time, and
Yeah,
so when
you're
she-
a runner.
Yeah,
You
right.
run a lot.
Right. I mean, and back then
Which is
I was
stupid.
I was doing martial arts and running a whole bunch, and like I was skin and bones. And she would get up close to like the back of the knee, right at the top of the tattoo, and every time she would hit like the
It's
center.
on the back of your calf.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah, it's on the
wincing in
back of my
pain
calf
right now.
And
Yeah,
every
fuck
time
that.
she would get up close to the back of the knee, my foot would involuntarily just like
Twitch.
twitch and shake.
And you know what? Twitching happens with tattoos. Sometimes it's not on purpose. A lot of times, it just happens.
That's why my fuck the world looks like eat the world.
Yeah, because it's also on your throat, pretty much.
Yeah, it is.
The F does look like an E. I actually had a customer that he has is it mom? I don't know. He has something real close to the same area, and he twitched, and the letter does not look right. It's like an H and it looks like an M now. I'm not sure. The same dude also twitched in the same appointment, and he has a random straight line on his chest. I was like, I won't charge you for that one. That one's free. That one's on the house, guy. But he moved, he twitched, and he didn't mean to. It just happened.
Right. Yeah.
And it was the craziest thing. It's the first time, like, I'm running a line, and then he moves, and, like, fucking a quarter of an inch from the tattoo I was doing, there's a new line. I figured it was going to heal out, because a lot of times, I barely touched him. A lot of times, even Jacob could probably tell you, sometimes stuff just heals out.
I can speak for Jacob.
That one's definitely there.
That's true.
Forever. Man, we could literally talk about tattoos for days. We have a lot of stories. Just like, I don't know if you can, but Jacob, but in my portfolio, I can tell you a story about every one of the pictures in my portfolio.
I could definitely tell you like the customer who got it.
Yeah, I could probably tell you the customer who got it, and I could probably also tell you what we kind of talked about during that appointment. What else is there to talk about? We were going to talk about Star Wars. The new
True,
Star Wars
yeah.
movie, The Last Jedi, which is the second movie of the
Episode 8.
second movie of the third trilogy,
Yeah.
which is the eighth Star Wars 8, Episode 8.
Yeah.
I just recently watched
The
Force Awakens last night, actually, and I really liked it. So now I'm really like intrigued. I didn't watch any of the Episode 1, 2, or 3.
You have never seen them?
The Phantom Menace. What else was it?
Clone Wars.
That was the one.
The
I thought it was a
second one.
cartoon.
The Clone Wars is a cartoon. What was the second one?
Clone Wars was the second one.
Okay, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know it was a Clone Wars cartoon.
You're fucking with me.
Sorry.
The Revenge of the Sith is the third
Revenge
one.
of the Fifth.
Revenge of the Fifth.
That one. Phantasm 4.
Phantasm.
And I don't know what the other one was.
Well, I mean, if you're going to
So,
do it,
so we're going to do it in the right order. It's A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. That's the original trilogies, episode 4,
Original.
5, and 6.
Yes.
New Hope, Empire Strikes Back,
Then they had the
Return of
prequels.
the Jedi, which was Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Now we have The Force Awakens, which I always...
you got Rogue One in between all that.
yeah.
But what were the two that Rogue One was part of?
Rogue One is the bridge between Episode 3 and Episode 4, A New Hope, because when the first Star Wars come out, they already had plans to the Death Star, and they never explained how. So basically, Rogue One is the story of how they got plans
Okay.
of the Death Star and found the weakness. And
I've
what
seen
the
that
weak-
movie.
Yeah.
It was all right.
No, it's a great movie. What do you mean it's all right?
It was all right.
It's aight.
Sorry. Jacob hadn't seen it, so we can't talk about it.
I've started Rogue One like 3 times and never finished it.
It's on Netflix.
I know. I've started it 3 times on Netflix and
Finish
never
it,
finished it.
man. It's a good movie.
It's not bad.
Every time I start watching Star Wars, now I used to be way into Star Wars. Every time I start watching Star Wars like a new movie now,
You remember that you have a girlfriend?
Well, no, I'm just like, man, I really want to watch Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek. That's where it's at.
So I'm way more into Star Trek nowadays.
Yo, if you ever
as I
do
go.
watch Rogue Wars, if you don't watch
Rogue
it,
Wars,
Rogue Wars, Rogue One, if
Mad
you,
Max, The Fury Rogue.
if you ever watch it and you don't watch it in a thunderstorm, you're doing it wrong.
Okay, so funny story about The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. The next movie is The Last Jedi.
Yeah, funny. Okay, so
That comes out the 15th of December, 2017.
This coming up weekend.
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
Yep. Go back. Sorry.
whenever I stayed in line. Okay, so I saw The Force Awakens on the debut day, the day it came out.
Yeah.
We got there. We got to the theater. Me and a few of my friends got to the theater hours early, right, to get in line. We waited for like fucking 5-6 hours, something stupid like that.
That sounds
Jesus
real shitty.
Christ.
right.
Real shitty.
Right, it was. And then we finally get into the theater, and then there were fucking reserved seats in the theater. That was
Damn.
bullshit because, okay, so check this out. There is this dude. I can't remember the name of the fucking family. But it's like this family. It's like this dude, his wife, and like his kids. They're like YouTube famous, and they've been in like a couple movies.
Oh, he was a weatherman for
Yeah.
NBC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they have that one popular video on YouTube where it's like them singing like a Christmas song or something.
Yeah. I don't
What
know
are
if
they
they've-
fucking called? What's the name of their family?
They have a
No
name.
fucking clue. What
They're
you're
from
talking
like
about.
Carrie or something.
Yeah, they. He's got a crazy name.
Bill Ray.
No,
Nah,
no, no.
anyway.
He quit. He actually quit being on the news because he
Like
got
his
YouTube
wife,
famous.
had like a cameo in like one of the Iron Man movies or something like
What?
that. Yeah, dude. Like she was like a news reporter in like one of the Iron Man
Well,
movies.
when the first Iron Man was filmed in part of it was filmed in Raleigh at
Yeah.
what's the gaming thing in Raleigh?
I don't know.
Epic Gaming.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking talking about like a hobby store or something.
No.
So okay, anyway, they had reserved seats, which was bullshit because everyone had been waiting in line, but because they're fucking YouTube famous and fucking get on movies and been on TV, I guess they could reserve seats.
Yeah.
It fucking caused a huge problem in the audience. Like a bunch of the audience members were like, "Yo, fuck this," and like went to talk to like some of the people. They're like, "We didn't get the option to reserve seats."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We didn't get that fucking option. It was the good seats too. It was the fucking middle section of the theater.
I would have just sat in their seat and be like, "Move me."
It was too funny. And then like a couple days after that, we found where like someone like had posted on like the Star Wars subreddit about it.
Oh.
And it was like a pretty popular post on the subreddit. And then they were talking about it. I was like, dude, we were there. That's crazy. Anyway, that was just a little anecdote I thought was worth mentioning. But it was pretty cool. I wish I could think of their fucking family. They have the cringiest fucking YouTube fucking video of them and their family singing like a Christmas song.
I got it. It's Holderness.
The Holderness family. That's it. Boom. Bam. Got it.
I don't know his
Sick.
first name.
Holderness.
though. Oh, shut up, YouTube.
Now is that the I know that there used to be a couple that used to be on our NBC affiliate. Like one did the wife did the morning show. And
Penn Holderness. I knew his name was weird.
Okay, yeah.
Penn Holderness. Kim Holderness is his wife.
Okay, yeah.
Penn
Now I want to
and
look
Kim.
up Kim. Penn and Kim.
She's pretty hot, I think.
She's blonde.
Penn's a nice looking guy.
Christmas jammies or something else. That's
Yo,
the fucking video, right? It's like Christmas PJs or Christmas jammies or some bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know. This
stupid.
sounds too wholesome for anything I watch
Kim
on YouTube.
Dean.
Dude, it's so bad. If anyone listening, just fucking go watch that video and give it a thumbs down.
Speaking of YouTube famous, every time, like, most of the shit I watch on YouTube is either because of Jamie, it's like some stupid, like,
She played the hospital news reporter in Iron Man 3.
Told
Yeah.
you. Told you.
Really?
Told you.
Come on, Marvel, step your shit up.
but I either watch
You
like
let Disney
some,
get
like,
a hold of it and they
Yeah.
fucking know.
Yeah.
my
I either
God.
watch like old school, like old tool restoration videos,
Oh my
or
God.
it's someone doing something stupid with a car, like
Yeah.
jumping something.
Or tearing shit up.
Yeah.
Just in general.
So like every time I watch something of someone doing stupid, a commercial comes on for the local hospital at 4042.
Yeah.
And the very first thing is a girl being handed her baby. The girl that is being handed her baby is my cousin's wife,
Dude.
Daniel.
That's who that is?
Yeah, his wife Emily
I've
and
seen
his
her
new
so
daughter.
many times.
Exactly. Every time I watch someone doing something really stupid and dangerous, I see my cousin's wife.
It's a little Parker baby on the YouTube
Yeah, exactly.
commercial.
That's hilarious.
God.
You have a cousin for everything, dude.
I know, right?
Every time we
Jesus
talk about
Welcome to Johnston County.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I was gonna
That's
say,
awesome. I didn't fucking know that. That's
Yeah,
so cool,
that's
man.
What,
We
what do you
actually-
guys usually watch on YouTube?
Literally, we'll go back to that.
Okay.
I was going to
It's
say,
a- it's a big
I
thing.
thought I saw a fucking YouTuber today at Percy Flowers, but it wasn't. But it was a guy who looked fucking just like TJ Kirk. I don't know if you guys know who TJ Kirk is.
No.
James T. Kirk?
He used to go by the Amazing Atheist on YouTube.
No.
No.
The fucking big old fucking neckbeard atheist. Fucking.
Oh no, I'm gonna, have to
YouTuber.
I'm gonna look that up.
He's
then.
pretty cool. He's been on Joe Rogan a couple of times.
Has it? Okay.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
gonna check
he's over the top and kind of cringy, but I mean he's kind of cool. I
Okay.
think he used to be the Amazing Atheist. He's rebranded himself as TJ Kirk because he doesn't talk about atheism too much anymore. He's mainly just like another fucking. I don't want to say another because he kind of started it, but anti SJW channel, kind of like Sargon of Akkad or like one of the, in that like Thunderfoot in that fucking like in that context or in that sphere, that realm of YouTubers.
In the past
I don't
30
know what
seconds,
that
I
is.
was going to say something, lost it. Now I can't remember what it was.
Sorry.
It's about the Parker family being on
God.
YouTube.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Ethan Smith on the Lowbrow Nation, here with Jamie, Jacob, and Big John, talking about all of the necessary parts of life. Tune in next week for even more shenanigans and good conversation. And hope you guys tune in, and I'll see you soon.